Okay, everybody, and welcome back to me reviewing, me ranting about Naruto-related rant comments. No, anyway, going back to whatever I was talking about the last video, the last comment from Francisco. Turns out Purple Paradox was like, improve your grammar, then we'll talk. Like, Jesus Christ. Now, for that, like, not to say I necessarily hate comments like this from Purple Paradox, but I will say, for Narutards, weebs, people who want to post a comment and then someone is intellectually, or at least, not to meme or anything, but, as an intellectual, they're telling you, no, but if they're sharing their opinion and they're just like, oh, oh, you really think that? Well, what about this, and this? Like, how would your opinion make sense if this, and this kind of makes it seem like it doesn't make sense? Then in response, rather than just acknowledge that there are flaws with your original opinion or whatever, instead of acknowledging it and then commenting back and being like, yeah, well, despite all of that, I do think it makes sense because, or simply just being like, oh yeah, you're right, maybe it doesn't make sense, instead of just like conceding that opinion or whatever, you want to pull some ad hominem bullshit and be like, improve your grammar, then we'll talk. Like, I refuse the right to give you any acknowledgement that you have a point in your opinion and your facts in the series, so I'm just gonna say fuck you and work on your reading and fuck off. Like, it's rude. It's rude, it's funny, but at the end of the day, it makes you look like a loser. Like, we're all losers because we're discussing anime intellectually, but you verbally, like, conversation-wise, you've lost your right to have a genuine conversation or something. Like, not necessarily the right, but you've lost respect in that right, because it's just like, instead of simply having a conversation like an adult and or someone who is mature, and you're like just talking about your interests casually, you know whatever, you're just like, oh, fuck off. Do this and then we'll talk. Refer to my agent before you ever address me. Like, like, it's comments like that really leave me to laugh, because it's just like, I have comments like that where it's just like, instead of acknowledging anything that I'm saying, who the fuck keeps texting me? Oh, instead of acknowledging anything that I'm saying, or acknowledging the facts or the stuff that I know we've both seen in this series, instead of simply acknowledging it and saying, oh, you have a point, however, I still feel this way and whatever, and us just respecting each other's viewpoints. Like, I have comments where people are trying to insult me simply because I have an opinion on something. I have an opinion on an anime, and I think it sucks because of this, and clearly I'm an idiot, or I'm salty, or whatever. It's like, where, and then here comes the parade of insults that either don't make any sense, or it's something that I can laugh at and make content on or something, and whatever. Like, it's really your loss at the end of the day, because, I mean, or maybe usually people don't feel that way. I'm pretty sure for all the times that I've talking shit about Naruto, all the weebs and Narutards don't even want to be my friend because I talk shit about their god of animes. So, long ramble short, comments like this are freaking hilarious because, you've derailed your entire comment into something else instead of simply acknowledging that this person has a point. It's kind of like, it's almost like the debate between Hillary and Trump, And when Hillary actually did have a point about actually had a point about something concerning Trump was like, don't listen to her, she wears a pantsuit. Like, something completely irrelevant, but whatever. Moving on. I make a comment about how Narusasi makes more sense. Here's one by WolfRevenant 1 year ago. Even though I disagree with 90% of this, it's hilarious as fuck. That's all. That's all I ever want. Like, that's all. Because going back to when I first made the Naruto, my first Naruto rant, I was just like, I'm gonna get so many dislikes. When I first made it, like, I personally thought it was funny. My humor is unique, I'd like to think. It's very dry. I make a lot of references, and apparently I sound like a boy or an anime character, but even so, like, with a lot of the stuff that I was saying, it's funny. I thought it was funny, and I was just like, but there are a lot of people who like Naruto, and I knew, like, even from myself, like, me 2 years ago, before even reading the end of Naruto, or even getting close to the end, or whatever, I would have been like, oh, fuck you, bitch, like, you're just a salty Narusaku hater, or whatever. But when I first made it, I was like, this shit is gonna get so many dislikes. I'm probably only gonna get like 2 likes. But at the end of the day, I thought it was really funny. And I figured that if people will at least appreciate the humor, like, that's enough. That's usually my opinion whenever I make a video. Like, I always think my videos are shitty. I always think that, you know, people are gonna dislike it for whatever fucking reason. It's the internet. But my hope is, because I personally think it's funny, and usually it's easy to make me laugh at anything, hopefully, you know, other people will laugh too. And so when I posted it, I was surprised at how many views I got, like, within the first 6 months, or half a year. And I was surprised that people agreed and found it funny, because I expected a whole bunch of hate, but then I was just like, oh, well, I guess it's not too bad. So kudos to WolfRevenant. Like, wherever you are, if you're watching this video, kudos to you. Like, kudos, have a good life. Because even though you disagree with a majority of what I said, you still found it funny. Like, that's all. Like, you don't have to insult me, I don't have to insult you. You found it funny. Thanks. Thumbs up. Like. I did thumbs it up, I think. I can't tell because I have it on night mode and I don't have my glasses. So, anyway. Let's see. What else? Oh, okay. Here's a comment from The Real American 2 years ago, and his icon is an American flag with a gun on it. That screams America. Out of everything you chose to rant about, many faults about the Naruto series, you chose the character designs? Really? Really, nigga? Really? I think you should get laid. On the positive, your video did make me laugh, so I gotta give you props for that. I love-hate this comment. Because, at the time, there were many things I could have ranted about concerning the Naruto series, but hold on, did I reply? I did. Yeah, okay. I'll read that in a second. But out of the many things, like the many issues Naruto had, the series in general, the reason why I never ranted about everything is because there's 500 plus different videos from different users who have already ranted about the same thing. It makes no difference if it's just you're hearing my voice talk about the same shit, so it gets boring and repetitive. If anything, I was really disappointed because there was a lot of hype as to, oh, what would Naruto look like as an adult? And then it's like we got some fucking barnyard bullshit where it's like Naruto and Hinata went to a thrift shop to get their new clothes and they looked like shit and everybody was excited about it, and that irritated me, honestly. And so that's the only reason why I didn't really rant about a lot. And I can see that's why this video has a lot of dislikes, because rather than make a point, I'm just talking shit about like small stuff that didn't make any sense. Granted, it is still funny. But yeah, what I replied, I was like, hell yeah, nigga. What I expected from their clothes was kind of what I expected from the Rugrats All Grown Up. when the All Grown Up series started. Do you think I would have been happy if I saw Tommy Pickle still fucking with a diaper at 15 years old in that series? Fuck no. So I was annoyed / pissed off that they still had everyone looking the same, or granted a costume was different but looked lazy as hell. And what, you expect me to rant about everything I hated about the Naruto series? I was talking about the movie, specifically the movie that's said to be the last, which by now we all know ain't really the last. Besides, even if I did, that'd be a week's worth of ranting and talking shit about it, then a few days worth of me putting it all together. I ain't fucking with that amount of work. And nah, I'm too asexual for that shit. I'm good. I just expect quality from an outlet that's meant to entertain. Is that wrong? Glad you liked it though. They never replied, and apparently before The Real American was their name, it was Crazy Boy 96. It's a crazy way to make your name, but yeah, at the end of the day, like, if I wanted to rant about everything I hated about Naruto, it would take too long for me to even surmise it. Like, and I'm already tired from, I think the last video I did, it wasn't with the Sarada Adoptendo Gaiden. It was something about Boruto. By the time, it was requested for me to watch the Boruto movie, I was already exhausted of Naruto. Like, you killed off my favorite characters. There's really no point in me watching this enthusiastically anymore. And it's like, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I can't keep going on with that. So, and again, going back, my mindset when I first made the first rant was, I don't want to talk about everything that someone else has already talked about, or several other people have already talked about. You can watch them if you want to hear opinions on that, because I guess for some of them, my opinion will be the same as theirs. If I give it a like, I 100% agree, or whatever. A majority of what you're saying made sense and I agree. So it's like, I just didn't want to do all that. That was a lot of work. Let's see. Okay, a lot of the comments that I do see, let's see. Oh, I was gonna say, a lot of the comments are like, ha, you're funny, this video was great, I do agree, stuff like that. But let's see. Holy shit. Oh. I think I remember this one. Oh, here we go. So this is going to be an episode within itself. You see all these comments? So this would be like probably my first Naruto debate by Mangekyo0221 2 years ago. And the only reason why I remember this one is because this guy literally, what's that gif online where it's like you say a joke and it goes completely over the other person you're telling it to? It goes over their fucking head. Like, so literally my whole video is just a joke and me poking fun of like this stupid shit in Naruto, and this guy just didn't get it. He didn't get it. Holy shit, these are paragraphs. Yeah, this will be its own episode. Let's see. I don't want to read all of this. This is like back in the day when I thought I was Mozart and I just wanted to read everything. Why not? I only read like 2 comments. So if you guys feel like, oh yeah, I can implement. No. Oh man. Should I skip this one? Because I had another video idea. Yeah, I'll skip this one. This will be its own different video. But, okay. But I am gonna save that. Okay, okay, here's one from EagleEyes 1 year ago. Fuck of you hear it. Great observation, EagleEyes. Like, what the hell? Kill Hypebeast 2 years ago said, well, you just ruined Naruto for me, lol. It's hilarious, but at the same time, that's never really my goal. I'm just pointing out things that are easy to make fun of. You can still like Naruto, you can just acknowledge the fact that some of the shit in there is stupid. It's easy, you can still like it. Like, oh, I still like Naruto. Me personally, I like the Naruto characters. That's about a majority of Naruto characters, which is why I still play some of the games and stuff. Granted, it's games I've already purchased. I'm not buying any more of Masashi's bullshit, where he's literally, because now it's just like Dragon Ball Z games, where you're making games that are just like the last one, except you added maybe 2 different cutscenes and a new gameplay mode. Like, I'm not giving you 60 more of my dollars, Masashi. Fuck you. But like, I still like playing Naruto games, so I still like the concept of it. It's just certain aspects in the story suck. You can still like Naruto, whatever. But anyway, Accept Cash 2 years ago says, everyone talks like that. Make a better series. Like, shut the fuck up, please. Yeah, Accept Cash. Yeah, hold on. Let's see. Let's check your channel. I love this. Usually when people are like, do better, make better content, I always expect that they have better content than me. Nope, as expected. You make a better, oh yeah, you like rice gum, and oh, I made a rice gum type beat from, oh, you like people who like rice gum or hate rice gum and make better beats, cool. Oh, you like sneakers? Oh, okay. Oh, you like Black Clover? Oh, but at the end of the day, oh, you have 1 subscriber and no fucking content. Fuck off, you idiot. Like, everyone talks like that. Make a better series. Like, shut the fuck up, please. Actually, if anyone is interested and anyone gives a fuck, pretty soon, I have been working on comic ideas that I've had since high school, so pretty soon I'm going to be putting up my own site and putting up these comments, and who better than to review my writing than the people who agree with a majority of stuff that I say or something, or don't agree but like my content and respect my opinions or whatever. So who better than to review my stuff than you guys? Because, you know, I could be talking shit about Masashi and shit, but hell, who knows? I'd probably be making stories just like them. So you can call me out on that. I don't know how soon it'll be up though, because I have to literally draw everything, but all I'm saying is expect that shit. Like, so long as I have a YouTube and YouTube doesn't crash or disappear, expect some web comics from me. Anyway, let's see what else. TD Kubo by Jordan Barkley. Okay, let's see. Everyone is like, okay, this video. Oh, let's see. What's this one? This one from Zero. This video is pathetic. That's it. I have some responses, but that is another video. This content, you just got kishied by the True Awesome Sauce 4 months ago, and they have a Sans icon. Sasuke's outfit is shit by Carlos Servano. Good look, you see that. Let's see. Okay, well, here's one I can read. So, Lust for Life 101 2 years ago. IDK why people are bitching about the pairings. They are also obvious, and people need to understand that the last chapter happened after 699, so any shit can happen during that time. And what's wrong with Choji being with a black girl? Are you people racist? Oh, are people that racist? As for designs, I can't say much about it, but for the pairings, as I was saying, for that, people need to stop bitching about it, and just saying only till chapter 698 was canon bullshit. So you just said 699, but whatever. So these people rather not have Naruto be Hokage and have a family just because they're a shitty pairing that never have a chance to begin with and get together is bullshit. Get over it and move on. Zeon Williamson said in response, fuck Kishimoto for giving Naruto a retarded haircut. I fuck with you, Zeon. Jay Barterson says, you funny as fuck, the only female that made me laugh hard in my life. Bruh, are you responding to her or like my video? I don't know. Okay, Diudon Kabeya, what's up with this bitch saying nigga every 2 seconds? Shut your vulgar mouth up. Thank you, Diudon Kabeya. It's like, and then you spell, you censor nigga wrong. Like, you put 2 stars, so are there 2 I's or is there 1 secret G? Like, shut the fuck up. Let's see. Max555, I mostly agree. Kishimoto's new design, if new level of lame. But I only disagree on one thing about Gaara's design, which looks better than current Gaara's hairstyle in the Boruto series. Hey, I agree with him there. Amy Hayes, not gonna lie, Sarada is the only ninja I see mixed with Sasuke and Sakura. Boruto looks like a little more serious Naruto. Himawari looks like is Hinata with a bit of Naruto when she's angry, because Hinata really isn't about that anger, but overall Hinata all the way. Shikadai is Shikamaru. Inojin, I don't know what the heck he is. Chocho has Choji's eating habits and Kaori's sass, but overall I don't know what the heck she is. Metal Lee, he has Lee's taijutsu skills but is pretty shy. Yeah, IDK about him either. Oh, come to find out, Metal, like, I guess he's a mix, cause I still, is it really 10-10? Even, I think it is 10-10, so it's Lee and the 10-10 pairing, and, Metal has Lee's taijutsu skills, but like 10-10's accuracy. So that's cool. Give him a personality though, thanks. Yeah, Sarada is the only ninja I see that's even a mixture of Sasusaku. No, and not one-sided or none-sided like the rest. I don't really see that. Honestly, I don't see why Sarada... I don't see Sarada being a mix of Sakura and Sasuke. She's literally an Uchiha girl. Like, so literally, if you put it like this, if it was undisclosed who Sasuke, of which girl in the series had Sasuke's child, and it was just Sasuke and his daughter traveling the world, one would assume it would probably be Sakura because of her apparent like for him. But no one would truly be able to tell if it was Sakura's daughter. Like, if she had green eyes, maybe. But considering she has all of the Uchiha characteristics, which is dark hair, dark eyes, and the Uchiha symbol, like, on her clothes, that's it. I mean, she has kind of Sakura's, like, vestment with the Uchiha symbol on it, but if that's all it takes for it to look like an equal blend, then the same could be said about Himawari. Like, Himawari has, I mean, she doesn't have Hinata's, like, smooth hair. She got some fucked up wild hair. And to me, she looks like, Nanika, or what was it? What was that character's name in, Hunter x Hunter, or Hunter. I'm putting the X, because there's clearly an X there. Fuck off. But she looks like, Aluka, if anything, but with Naruto's face. So, because you can't tell me, if I didn't erase Aluka's face and put Naruto's face on there, it wouldn't look like Himawari. That's all I'm gonna say. But she honestly looks like a very fucked up blend of what Naruto and Hinata's kids a blend could be. Boruto looks exactly like Naruto, except he styles his hair. He learned from his father's faults, and he styled his fucking hair. Anyway. Let's see. Stormfang, I'm not reading that. Waste of time. Wait, the reason why he gave, Stormfang, 3 months ago. The reason why Masashi gave Naruto such a hard life was to make his manga more interesting and eye-catching for people. I mean, is this where I'm supposed to acknowledge, like, oh yeah, true? No. Like, if you think about it, what made Dragon Ball interesting? The fights, but also it was Goku. He was an orphan, he can turn into a monkey, whatever. You can make your story interesting, and you don't have to give your character a bad life. Like, Goku was an orphan, he killed Grandpa Gohan, and he lived on his own. That wasn't, like, it is a hard life, but Goku didn't really give a damn, and he was cool with it. Another story, Gon from Hunter x Hunter, grew up, his dad is somewhere out in the world like Sasuke, lived with his aunt or something, but wanted to be a hunter like his dad so he could meet his dad, but he... I guess that's not a good comparison because it's not like people disliked Gon. Let me think of a character who had a rough life in a story. There's... The only thing I can really think of is what? Full Metal Alchemist, Bleach. Ichigo witnessed his mom dying. Well, not really like witnessed, but woke up and his mother was dead on top of him. And he also got bullied for his orange hair. He was shy as a kid, so one could assume that he got beat up until he hit puberty, and then that's when he started kicking people's asses. So that was a thing. I wouldn't say Ichigo necessarily really had a rough life though, except for like being bullied for his child within his like adolescence, and his mom dying. Full Metal Alchemist, Ed and Al didn't know where their dad was, lost their mom, tried to revive their mom, and fucked themselves up. But I can't say that there's a story that really compares with Naruto. I can't think of it right now. It's still too early in the morning for me. But what I'm saying is, because whether you guys can think of it or not, what was that series? Black Cat? I honestly forgot what that series was about, but I know that kid was cool until he started getting feelings. But he had a rough life, if I'm remembering correctly. He had a rough life. But still, when it comes to making a story, giving your main character a rough life, it's interesting because everybody likes an underdog story. You want to see how they'll get out of that, because everybody wants the best for people, real or fictional, whatever. So that's why when we read stories with characters that have very bad backgrounds or very bad upbringings, you'd hope the best for them. You'd hope that like stuff gets better. But I think that would be the only reason why people, not only was the story interesting because it's like you have kids who are ninjas and they can do magic and they can do this and whatever, but as for Naruto, I believe everyone rooted for Naruto to achieve his dream, despite being bad at chakra control, was damn near going to fail the academy or whatever before stealing the shadow secret scroll or whatever. Everyone wanted Naruto to succeed because he's an underdog. Everyone likes underdog stories, whether it's movies like movies that you like, or cartoons, anime. Well, cartoons that are serious or have a serious premise, have a focus. It's not like this random fucking chowder or Teen Titans Go, where there's literally no plot, or there's like a stupid plot each episode. If there's like, for cartoons and anime or movies, for something that has a serious plot, if there is you will always see, if not 80% of the time, you will always see a character have a underdog story. Something is always wrong with that character. The character is never perfect. They always have to go through something, because there is an appeal for people to stick around and watch or continue to read, because they hope that this character will be better or overcome this like this hump in their lives. So for Storm Fang, Masashi didn't have to necessarily give Naruto a hard life in order to make the story interesting. You could have very well made his character like Neji, where let's say the beginning of Naruto, it wasn't introduced where everybody hates Naruto and whatever. You could have made Naruto like Neji, where he worked really hard on his skills. He's actually good with his jutsu. He's very precise, and whatever. It is acknowledged and known that he is the son of Minato and Kushina or whatever, and so like he works hard and whatever, but at the same time people still hate him because of the nine tails sealed inside of him. They don't respect him because even though he's good, he could never be like his father, etc., etc. That premise could still be interesting, because even though he's perfect, there are still what's the word I'm looking for? Conflicts. There are still conflicts that you would be able to see that he has to get over, and people would still watch it because it's just like, oh, how will he gain acknowledgement or respect from the people who hate him because of the thing inside him, etc., etc. Masashi could have started Naruto of various amount of ways, and he could have made the premise interesting. I was gonna say one more hypothetical way, but it would require Naruto dying or something. But then the series would still be called Naruto or whatever. Like, the same thing could have happened to the Uchihas, right? Where Sasuke's the sole survivor, and Naruto is his best friend. Granted, they hate each other. They had basically the same childhood as Madara and Hashirama. But the only thing that would be different would, let's say Naruto dies because he sucks, and he did suck. He had no chakra control. It was a tough time because all the types of Konoha kids were getting kidnapped, and their village was easy to infiltrate. But let's say Naruto died, and Sasuke, because he was Naruto's best friend, took on Naruto's name. You know, like, we never knew Sasuke's name. It would just be like that flashback thing where it's like Naruto and Sasuke are kids and you see that they don't get along. But okay, Naruto dies, and then Sasuke takes up Naruto's name, and not only has to avenge his clan, but also his best friend. So the series would, I honestly, if that wasn't something, I'm so glad I can't speak Japanese and Masashi can barely understand English, because I'm pretty sure if I would have said that, he'd be like, oh my god, that's such a great idea, why didn't I think of that? So, because it would still be about Sasuke, and we'd still see the same thing with Sasuke overcoming the Chunin exams. Like, Sasuke's perfect, but he still has to, he's on a mission. He has to avenge everybody, and literally the same shit could have happened, except we don't have to see Naruto's stupid part where he's crying over Sasuke. So that could have been a thing. I think that would be pretty interesting. At the end of the day, I don't really mean to ramble, but for Storm Fang, I think there are various ways that you could make a story interesting. Various. It's just how you execute the writing. It's how you execute plot points. It's how you execute putting situations and character relationships and conversations together to make your story interesting. you'll always have to have a character that has to overcome something in order for the story to be interesting, because that does add some level of interest. But you don't have to give a character a super hard life in order to in order for them to be interesting. Like, honestly, even with my last idea, what with Sasuke's family being dead and then his best friend dies too, like, I honestly think that's interesting, despite Sasuke still having a hard life. But I think my second idea would be interesting too, where it's just like Naruto still has his like 9-tail powers and whatever, and he still has to overcome, like, he's perfect, but so he's basically the Naruto and Tenten's dream in the filler. So he's perfect, but people still hate him because of the Nine Tails and what the Nine Tails did to the village, and he doesn't know how to gain anyone's respect, even though, like, you know, whatever, right? So there could be that. But even with going back to my third idea with Sasuke, or my second idea, Sasuke could still have his family, but his best friend dies, and now he has to avenge his family. I mean, not his family. He has to avenge Naruto, his best friend, but he wants to take on the name of Naruto or whatever, right? So again, I honestly believe, I mean, you have your opinions, but I believe you can write anything anyway. A character can still have their parents, a character cannot have their parents, but they can still live well. Nothing really bad has to happen to them to make the story interesting. Granted, I just believe in the execution. I'm trying to think of like, I don't want to make it a cliche, but like Cowboy Bebop, like, I don't believe Spike ever talked about his upbringing, but one would assume he didn't really have a hard life until he fell in love with Julia. So it's like, after she left, he felt nothing. So there's that. But that's not really shonen. Like, Cowboy Bebop is more for mature audiences. I'm still tired, and I've rambled so long that I probably made this video long, so I'll just continue on to a next video. But why don't you guys comment and you give me an opinion of what you think of Stormfang's comment, for one. Do you really believe Naruto had to have a hard life in order for the story to be interesting, or not? You know, discuss. But thanks for watching, and I will make another video pretty soon. That's about it. Take care, guys.